Yeah, if I had to just bullet point it for people, I think my three, in talking to you and doing all this, my three would be: get your health in order, get off your phone, and get into therapy for specifically CBT. Find a therapist and start training CBT. CBT absolutely worked for me and is working for me, and I'm trying to do even more of it. But like they are trained in everything that Josh is talking about here in terms of resiliency. And so they're going to walk you through this process. But like if I had to just straight up, hey, Jeff, what do I do? I'll do three things. Those would be the three things. Get healthy, get off your phone, get in therapy for CBT.
I mean, you know me, I like to be overly complete, but I have no quarrel with that. I have no quarrel with that. If somebody said, what are the three things I can do? No quarrel with that.
I want to bring up sort of a screenwriting thing because I think that this is fascinating. It's something that happened this week. I got into kind of an argument online. This was just something that was on TikTok, and I thought it was interesting, and I want your take on it. Okay, so somebody posted a clip from the Marvel show Iron Fist.
Okay.
And the clip shows the beginning of the series, and the Iron Fist has come back. He looks like a homeless person. We know he's filthy rich and he's the hero, but he looks like a homeless person. And this woman posts this thing, and it's she's looking for martial arts students. And he's like, oh, I'd like a job.
Just wondering if maybe I can get a job with you.
I've already got someone who cleans up.
She's like, no, I'm not hiring. So he corners her later at her dojo and doesn't leave when asked multiple times to leave.
You really need to leave.
She says, you can get flip-flops down the street. You can get this down the street.
And maybe a pair of flip-flops at one of the stalls down the street.
And he refuses to leave, and he challenges her, like, you have to accept my challenges. And she's like, no, I don't. So I make the comment, if a woman asks you to leave and she's alone, it doesn't matter if she's a CIA assassin, you leave. The number of comments that I got about like being a white knight and she's not going to sleep with you, dude, and all of these things, I thought were one, those don't bother me at all. I sort of expected to get a lot of those. But the comment I got that I wanted to talk to you about was, this isn't real life, dude. This is just a TV show. And while that comment is accurate, I want to remind people, human beings are writing these TV shows. And the human beings are sharing their values through how they write characters. And so when we see people on TV, it does shape how we act and how we think we're supposed to act. When we see someone we like, we tend to emulate their behavior.
Of course.
And so this isn't, make-believe comes from a person. Make-believe comes from a human being. And so it is valuable to call out the actions of fictional characters.
Right now it does.
Right, yeah, exactly, with AI. But I do think it's responsible to call out the actions of fictional characters, because what we're really doing is calling out a writer's point of view on what a hero is. And so I think that there's value in it. But I thought it was really interesting that people were so set on this is just make-believe. And I think that I'm right in this case. You can absolutely rewrite that character where he's like, you know what? I hear you loud and clear. I'm going to come back tomorrow. Whatever it happens to be, I'll come back when you're open. Then bad guys come in. He saves them from the bad guys, or they work in tandem. And she's like, okay, you're a different guy. But human beings are determining and setting how heroes act. And so I do think that we should be calling out even the actions of fictional characters.
On the other hand, I can also see the point that that you